Today, we're going to check out the Osmo Pocket 3 as a family vacation camera. I brought it to Walt Disney World. Let's see how it does. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Phil with Photo Gear Fun here today. I wanted to show you some of the footage from the Osmo Pocket 3. I brought it with me to Walt Disney World on a camping slash park slash recon trip to see how things are at Fort Wilderness, but I had some fun with it. I think it's a really good camera for vlogging, family videos, those types of things. So what I'm going to do is show you here in Final Cut some of the video and talk about some of the issues that I found out. My studio's not quite set up yet, so when you see me looking, I'm going to be looking at my monitor on the left. Hope that's not too distracting, but as we go over to Final Cut here, let's just look at some video that is just straight from the camera. So this is with regular, just standard settings, standard profile.
Campers, we made it to Fort Wilderness.
And this is the sound from the Osmo Pocket, not the mic.
This is our site, 1613.
And you can see just how smooth the video is.
Pad and room for a tent, picnic
little
table.
Up and down.
One thing
when you're
is
walking.
Kind of strange setup. The power is way back here. All right, so.
So you can see some CA here. I wanted to show that. You can see this chromatic aberration or discoloring in the sky. Something to be aware of. You can't change the aperture on this. It's f2, so something to be aware of. It's not a shot killer. And also had problems with face tracking. There's full-time selfie setting.
Is the issue.
Didn't seem to work for me, but it's probably just user error. So I just scrapped it here.
Anyway.
I wanted to show you some walking footage.
Internal mic.
Again, internal mic. Did have to boost the volume quite a bit.
So big, I need a mat.
You can definitely hear the wind noise here.
It's a beautiful day.
I got the creator kit, which comes with a mic, and we'll hear mic later. And so this is a time-lapse, motion lapse that was almost a mile walk, and I just turned it on, and during that mile walk I figured I would see how the motion lap works, and we'll see a couple more instances of that as I go to the parks. But it's pretty easy to do, pretty stable, among the best that I've seen. I've tried it a bunch of different places.
Good morning. We made it to Hollywood Studios.
So this is with the mic. You'll see on my shirt, you'll see the little piece of metal holding the mic underneath my shirt.
The crowd's filing in to get into Hollywood. I meet my friend Mike here.
The audio is really good from this microphone.
Fun day at the park, hopefully.
And here's another motion lap. So I'm just walking with it here basically, and turn the motion laps on, and it records. And there's a setting automatic. This is Slinky Dog. Actually, I think this one came out really nice. You can see how it's going from left to right. I took a couple of those. I think this one came out the best. But yeah, I think that's a really cool feature. Could be overused. It's going to be overused in this video just to illustrate it. But this is an example of me struggling with the active track again. But this is at Epcot, and you can see the mic.
So I got
the DJI
focaccia
clip there. This piece of metal that goes and connects the microphone to my shirt underneath.
It's frozen, which is perfect. Limoncello and tequila, I guess.
Again, standard profile,
pretty good.
Not graded. We'll see D-Log a little later. But I did do some D-Log.
Tastes like Italian ice.
It was good.
This focaccia, I think, is going to be a little messy.
And it was very messy.
All right, it is.
All right, so here is
Tuesday
graded, and this is with the wide-angle
10.
lens on, so it's a 15mm field of view versus 20 without it. It does make a difference. You do see warping, though, on the sides. It might be hard to notice here, but there's definitely warping when you put that wide-angle lens on the sides. Kind of gives a little fisheye effect. So this is ungraded, and then we're going to see graded here in a second.
Lodge, maybe, or I don't know. We'll see. This is just a day of kind of walking around and checking out all the different things we can do from Fort Wilderness as a scouting report.
So there it is graded.
Plan next time we go.
I just wanted to show you real quickly what I did. I just added one. This is Final Cut Pro, which is what I used to edit. Just one color reel. Just did some manipulations of the shadows and highlights. Added a little saturation and that's pretty much it. You could do more. I didn't do any real color grading. This is more just bringing it back to, kind of its normal saturated form. But
yeah, another glorious day.
Pretty good. You can see the highlights.
75 supposed to be
maybe a little blown out, but
weather,
that was probably me. I should have lowered the exposure a little bit. So made a bunch of mistakes. That was one of them, although there's still quite a bit of dynamic range there.
Hellacious 10-hour
And this is at the settlement, and that's where the
Hoop
Doo review is, at Pioneer Hall.
Yeah, we're going to jump on the boat over to Magic Kingdom and see what's going on over at the Magic Kingdom.
And here's some low light. I wanted to show you a little bit of the low light. And this is at Test Track. And if you've been on Test Track, you know it's pretty dark, but this is the low light capabilities. I let this roll for a little bit so you get to see, especially when we get to the really dark areas. There is a low light setting, which I used here. So you can just set it to regular non-low light, and it does a pretty good job. But this is the specific low light setting on the Osmo Pocket 3. So as we come up here, you'll see there's very little light. It does a really good job. Look in the shadows, you can see there's a little bit of noise, but I'm pretty impressed. So you can see there, just a little bit of noise, but I was curious as to how the gimbal would do on the outside loop. So we'll see that here in a second. But this part is pretty dark. You did a really good job.
Welcome to the city track.
Alright, let's get to the outside loop and I'll show you how the gimbal does. So here we start the outside loop and check out the gimbal. See, I wasn't sure if it would handle the G-force here, but it does a pretty good job as far as smoothing out the footage. No real major jerks that I noticed. I've been pointing it in the wrong direction there. Pretty hard to move my hand the way I wanted to here, but very smooth footage. If you've never been to Epcot, never been to Test Track, definitely put Test Track on your list. Really fun ride. Used to be more fun. The original was a little more fun, but that outside loop you get up to 65 miles an hour in an open car, so that's pretty impressive. So that's what I wanted to show you. Overall, really happy with it. It is pocket size. I did get the creator combo, which comes with that lens and the microphone. The microphone sounds really, really good. And you might not hear it well in this, but I've got other videos that you can see where you can hear the audio, and it's really, really clear. And I don't really need to edit it at all. I just maybe mess with the volume levels. But yeah, couldn't be happier with it. Didn't have any issues other than just user error trying to figure out how to get the face tracking to work. Face tracking worked really well. I've done some other videos where for photography where I'm walking around, you can see it tracking me. It does a really good job of tracking. Once it gets your face, it holds on pretty well. So I would say if you're looking for a good vlogging camera or family video camera and you don't take a lot of photos, I did take a couple photos and they're okay. I mean, I wouldn't buy this for photographs, but it definitely does have photo. You can do pano photos, you can do 9x9. So there are some good photo capabilities. It's just I wouldn't consider it a photo camera, but it would pass as a photo camera in a pinch if you're really not into photography with expensive cameras. It does a good job with snapshots. So that's what I wanted to show you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe. Let me know what you think of this video style. It's the first time I've done it in studio and showing the screen. I might do more of these around tutorials, but let me know what you thought of the format and the overall setup. I appreciate it. Get out there and have your photo gear fun, and I will talk at you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.